Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com, and today we're making turkey chili. That's right, we're not using beef. Alright, sorry guys, but we'll get you next time. There's our ground turkey. Alright, we got some onion, of course, garlic, super secret spice mix that's not really that big of a secret, you just got to read the site. But we got some interesting stuff in there, cocoa being one of them, but don't be scared. Some tomato puree, and some pinquitos, small baby pinto beans. Okay, so very simple, easy recipe, extremely delicious. Not much work here after you chop up your onion. We're going to saute that onion in just a tablespoon of oil. I used olive oil. You can use any oil you want on medium heat. All right, for about 5 or 6 minutes. We're going to start to lightly brown it. All right, it starts becoming translucent. We just want to give that a little bit of a head start, and then we're going to add our ground turkey. Now, I bought ground turkey. I didn't buy ground turkey breast. So I want you to make sure when you buy that at the store that you get the ground turkey. It's got a little more fat content. I mean, they're all lean. But the ground turkey breast, to me, just gets way too dry in this dish and just doesn't have that nice of a texture. Okay? So after the onions were sauteed a bit, I added my turkey and my garlic, and I'm going to cook that on medium heat for about 7 or 8 minutes. Give it a stir every once in a while, because what you want to do is make sure you break up that turkey meat very well. You'll see in the next shot here where it starts to get cooked before I add the rest of the ingredients. It's in like nice small, very small pieces. I don't want any large chunks of turkey. Again, because the turkey doesn't have the richness and the fat content of the beef, if you leave it in large pieces, then again you get kind of a dry texture. So there it is. You see what I mean? I got the nice small grain there. I'm going to add my spice mix, and stealing from the Indian cuisine technique of cooking the dry spices with the meat and the oils before you add your liquids, we're going to give that about a, I don't know, 3 or 4 minute saute, and that really wakes up the flavors. You've seen me do that in many different dishes and recipes. So we're going to cook in the ancho chili and my chipotle and the little bit of cocoa, as I said, and cumin, etc. So I don't know if that close-up helped. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, there's the close-up of me sauteing the spice mix into the meat. That, again, went about 5 or 6 minutes, and then we're going to start adding our liquid, which is not very much. I like a fairly thick chili, and I don't like a tomato soup chili. So I'm only going to add 1 cup of tomato puree and 2 cups of water. Okay, and that's it for me. Now, if you want to double the tomato in the water, if you like a looser, soupier type chili, feel free. But I like mine to be a little bit thick. Okay, and that, once it comes to a simmer, is pretty much it. So what we're going to do once that comes to a simmer, we're going to turn it down to low, and we're going to cook this for a fairly long time. I'm going to say at least an hour. What you want to do is really have that ground turkey break down and become very soft and succulent. And it's going to take at least an hour, but test it. Okay, so after an hour, and again, you see that texture there. It's not really very wet. All right, I'm going to add my beans. That was 2 cans of those pinquitos, which again are just called pink beans, or I think they're just baby pinto beans. I'm going to mix those in, and I'm going to cook those in for another 20 minutes to a half hour, and that is pretty much done. Now, by the way, you're going to cook it uncovered when you add the beans for that last 20 minutes to a half hour. And here's where you do your adjusting. Does it need more spice? You could throw in some cayenne, some more salt, whatever you want, of course. So adjust at that point. But for me, it was done. And there is salt in the spice mix, but again, that's such personal, preference. You really got to taste for that. As we transition to the money shot, there is my gorgeous bowl of chili. I garnished with some diced jalapeno, some sour cream, some avocados, fresh cilantro. I think is amazing with it. And that was it. So very simple, very easy, very delicious. Read about it on the site today. All the ingredients for that spice mix will be there. And most of all, enjoy.